JRM Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of WPIAL High School Basketball, produced by JRM Video Productions.
From Lynn Palmer Court in Sewickley, Pennsylvania, JRM Sports continues our coverage of Sewickley Academy Panther basketball as the Sewickley Academy Panthers meet the Lions from Roselle Catholic. And welcome courtside, everybody. I am Matt Forgan, joined alongside David McDermott. And the final day of the regular season across the WPIAL in the state of Pennsylvania has the Sewickley Academy Panthers, David, pinned up against one of the premier programs in New Jersey, Roselle Catholic, defending state champions. They took down and won the state championship, the non-public B state title in 2025. And if the Panthers wanted a measuring stick, they got one in Roselle Catholic.
Yeah, not many days at 5:30 you see a state runner-up versus a state champ. And you're going to have D1 talent on both sides of the court. And Sewickley, after that big playoff push last year, making it to the state final and losing, they said, all right, we're 21-0, but how do we test ourselves one more time before we get into the second half of the season? We talk about all the time where it's a completely new season. Test yourself against a team that's a favorite to win the New Jersey state title as well.
Yeah, the final test before it becomes all or nothing in the WPIAL and the state tournament. So we take a look now at the tail of the tape, and these two teams offensively so much throughout the season, Damon. Sewickley has had the considerable advantage, not the case this time around.
Yeah, I think they're finally going to face an offense that can keep up with them. As you know, Sewickley only gives up 29 points per game, but for Roselle, they're so used to these teams trying to press them, trying to break them down, and when you have three D1 guys, it's going to be hard to slow them down all game long.
And now time to take a look at the keys of the game. And, Damon, how do you get a win here tonight? I'm curious to know.
First, for Roselle, you got to limit second chance points. They are a state championship type of team, but they don't have the size of Sewickley Academy. They probably looked at this roster the first time and were wondering, where are these guys coming from? They have two 6'8" guys, Mama Duquesne, Adam McKimba down low. Also got to break that press. Sewickley Academy will test you as much as they can with their full court press. And lastly, goes right into that second key, you got to limit turnovers. And for Sewickley, control the tempo the best you can. This is the most talented team you've seen all year, but you can still control the game the best you can. Stay out of foul trouble. You're going to need those big guys all game long. And lastly, trust your bench. Roselle only has 5 or 6 guys they play consistently after looking at stats. Sewickley, we know they can go 10 deep in any game.
The stars will be shining bright here tonight, and a little bit of an evening showdown here for Sewickley Academy and Roselle Catholic. Let's turn it over to public address announcer Mark Grandinetti. National anthem and starting lineups coming right at you.
Your Sewickley Academy Panthers. The WPIAL and PNMA promote the highest ideals of good sportsmanship. Actions or language meant to meet contestants, teams, spectators, and officials are not at the highest ideals of an scholastic education and will not be tolerated. Let tonight's contest reflect mutual respect. We request your cooperation in supporting today's contestants and contest officials in a positive manner. Offensive and unsportsmanlike language or conduct will not be tolerated and make service grounds for removal. Please respect our student athletes, coaches, contest officials, and game administration with your cooperation to promote a safe, positive game environment. And now, if you are able, please rise for the playing of our national anthem. And now, let's meet the starting lines first for the visiting Lions of Roselle Catholic. Net guard, 5'10" sophomore number 3, Chase Gray. At guard, the 6'5" senior number 12, Khalid Thomas. At guard, the 6'3" junior number 21, Trayvon Lewis. At guard, the 6'3" junior wearing number 24, Tyrese Hunter. In a goal, with a 6'7" senior number 25, Caleb Jones. The Lions are coached by Todd Decker. And now, introducing your Sewickley Academy Panthers. Starting at goal with a 6'8" sophomore, wearing number 23, Manu Kane. At goal with a 6'8" junior, number 33, Adam Ikemba. At forward, a 6'2" senior, number 3, Amari Spencer. At forward, a 6'4" senior, number 4, Lucas Grinsley. In guard, a 5'8" senior, wearing number 2, Caden Battles.
Have a look at the starting lineups after public address announcer Mark Grandinetti graced us with them. It is the sophomore guard Chase Bray, senior guard Khalid Thomas, the senior guard Trayvon Lewis, junior guard Tyrese Hunter, and the senior forward Caleb Jones for Sewickley Academy. The usual suspects, Caden Battles, Amari Spencer, Lucas Grimsley, Mamadou Kane, and Adam Ikemba. Been a while, Damon, since we've done one with such high anticipation. Take us back to that state championship feel in Hershey, Pennsylvania last March.
I'm excited again. Not many times we see these games this late in the year, too. So both of these teams testing each other before playoffs. Sewickley beating Neighborhood Academy, the favorite in 1A. And then for Roselle Catholic beating their rival Plainsville by 4, who was the number 2 ranked team in New Jersey. So here we go.
We're underway, and Roselle Catholic controls the opening tip. Bounce pass to get it inside. That's Caleb Jones. Didn't like what he saw and moved it out. Left side this time, it's Lewis. Got his pocket picked. Mamadou Kane came up with it.
I'm so interested because no slate on 2A, but seeing Roselle Catholic and a couple of these guys with their Division I offers, Sewickley just doesn't see this every day in every section. There might be one guy per team that is this talented, but Roselle Catholic, we'll go over it through the year or through the game here, but they have 3 guys with major Division I offers on their team.
Yeah, 16-6 is Roselle Catholic. They played 6 games outside of the state of New Jersey. They went 3-2 in those games, this being the 6th. No one has scored yet. As the Lions work in their first offensive possession bucket, and they get the hoop in the arm. It's Trayvon Lewis. The senior gets the first basket of the night and heads to the line.
Matt, what was so much fun, first off, look at his physicality. We'll talk about him a lot. One of their star players. Doing some research on a couple of these guys. One of the craziest stat lines I've ever seen. He had a quadruple double this year in a win with 11 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and 10 steals. I've never seen that in a high school game. So he's a very rare special talent for Roselle Catholic.
Grimsley, after Thomas comes up empty on the three-point play, and then that ball thrown out of bounds. We'll go back to Roselle trying to find Mamadou Kane. Todd Decker, the head coach of Roselle, mentioned the state championship. One of the famous alumni, Naz Reed, McDonald's All-American in the NBA.
We see all the time from Sewickley.
And Battles fights for a steal, got it over to Mamadou Kane, and he'll bring it up the floor quickly as the Panthers look for the first points of the night. Battles swings it to Grimsley, bounce pass to get it in to Mamadou Kane, and he'll throw it down.
think we've learned that no matter who Mamadou plays, he's still going to dunk that basketball.
They can't teach height. Layup good from the 6'7" Caleb Jones.
That's the thing to look out for, though. Mamadou Kane and Adam Akimba usually so used to being able to box guys out, don't let them get to the rim. Tonight, you got a couple guys that have no problem going to the rim against these guys and see how they can do.
Ball gets taken away. Tyrese Hunter on the steal. Hunter leads it ahead to Bray. Bray pulls up for a triple and he drains it.
Chase Bray is a guy that doesn't get talked about enough because he's playing with a lot of these star players, but he's had a couple MVP honors of his own in a couple different skills tournaments they play in earlier in the year. Averages about 12 points a game. Most of them are three-pointers.
I was going to say out of bounds off of Roselle. That brings in Drew Steele and Jameer Guyton for Sewickley Academy. Starting lineup stays out there for the Lions of Roselle Catholic. Battles guarded against Bray across the timeline here. Guyton. Pull it up off the mark. Nice board. Jones pushes it up the floor to Lewis. On a right hand, Lewis spins in the lane, kicks it back outside. Hunter thought about the three, decides to penetrate, and is fouled. And it's going to be a quick second on Mamadou Kane here.
Keys of the game, or keep him in the game. It's going to get real awkward for them when they're down low, maybe with only one 6'8" big man. We'll see if they keep him in and trust him. Right now, no sub, so he's going to stay in with 2 fouls. Rob Southall just came to the table. Got to think he'll be coming in for Mamadou Kane in the next possession. You hope he doesn't pick up another one here.
Crossover by Lewis. Lewis in the lane. That doesn't fall. Rebound underneath. Lewis gets his own garbage off a few hands. Guyton finally rips it away.
This is the most uncomfortable we've seen Sewickley this year on offense. Let's see if they can set something up in this possession.
And when they've played bigger teams this year, that one over the back. Foul going against Trayvon Lewis. And that will bring in Southall for Mamadou. But when they played those bigger teams, Damon, they started out slow. They did that against Pine Richland, Peters Township, but found their footing down the stretch.
Even against Obama, a team that would be in 4A.
Battles. Finds a slice, and he takes it.
I think Caden Battles will always have a chip on his shoulder, undersized guard, but a team like this is probably worrying about Mamadou Kane and Adam Akimba, and he can blow right past you. Caden Battles is so talented, quick off that first dribble.
Such an athletic family background for Battles. The steal could not get the score. Ball gets popped up into the air, pulled down. Long throw from Lewis, finds an awaiting Jones, puts it in.
He looks like he had a trampoline underneath that hoop. I mean, his whole head cleared the rim. How many teams have we seen be able to not feel uncomfortable as soon as Sewickley's running back on defense, too? They're cheating up just like Sewickley does a lot on those fast breaks.
No doubt. And a foul. Steele's trying to get in there. And it's Tyrese Hunter picking up the foul. Hunter reclassed to the class of 2027. And he's getting a bunch of offers, Division I looks from Auburn, Illinois, Missouri, Ole Miss, UCF among them.
Not too shabby, I would say. And then they also hold offers on this team. A couple other guys, Trayvon Lewis going to NIU if he wants to, a really good mid-major program.
Guyton, meanwhile, moved it out to Battles. 9-4. Akimba spins, lost his footing, was able to pass from his knee.
First time I haven't seen Adam Akimba really try to go down low as well. They're doing a really good job staying in front of him.
Southall up top with it, got his pocket picked by Lewis. Lewis, the steal, trying to go for the jam, and it pops out to Rob Southall, and they'll say it went out of bounds, so it will be Sewickley Academy basketball. And
I hope he's okay and he's just upset with the missed dunk. Looks like he is. Again, this is non-conference, non-state. So everybody stay healthy. So much talent on the floor, but I did not expect him to try to dunk from that angle either.
Connor Toll checks into the lineup for Sewickley Academy. And Southall doesn't know where to go with the ball. Finally gets it over to Guyton. Guyton's double-teamed. He is getting it, and a timeout taken by Sewickley Academy. And exactly how Roselle draws that one up in relentless pursuit of the basketball. Mike Isolino takes the first time out of the ball game.
And I know what Coach Isolino loves about this game. There's already been so many coaching points playing against a talented roster like this. But you can see how many times has there been a team this year that have kind of got to do what they want offensively so far against Sewickley Academy. They've answered back a couple times. There's Mamadou Kane with a nice dunk before he had to go out with his 2 fouls. But so far, almost every single Roselle Catholic possession has turned into points. It's been a slow game, 9-4 right now. There's Chase Bray cashing in from the three-point line as well. And Caden Battles with a really nice move to step right through that reach and score for Sewickley. Early timeout, and there's the one dunk we've had so far. I feel like we might have 10 in this game with all the talent on the floor.
And one on the other end.
By Mamadou Kane, so that's number 2, yep. And Sewickley Academy, you don't see much they have to call timeouts this early, kind of reset here. But again, they're learning a lot, playing a team that could win the state of New Jersey once again.
3 minutes to go. Here's Tall. Up top, Southall feels it down low. Kimba, tic-tac-toe. Adam Kimba.
Really good pass, but look, they break this press right away.
Yep, reverse. Good for Khalik Thomas, the senior. Moorhead State offer, among others, for his ledger. Southall gets it over to Guyton.
It's so funny. Both these teams are so used to pressing teams and making them panic, and they're both trying to break it.
Guyton feeds in to Southall. Southall, patient, bucket, and the foul for Rob.
Rob was struggling a little bit. He had a turnover, but he's learning as the game goes on. He knows right there you got to dribble it once, create just a tiny bit of space, gives a little flex to the camera as well. Pumped up about those 2 points.
First substitution for Roselle is Holland Johnson. He's a freshman in the class of 2029, 6 foot.
For these young guys, too, this game's so valuable, seeing a lot of these guys want to play Division I basketball. Well, you're going up against a lot of talent. Really good offensive rebound there by Kimba.
Yeah, got it out to Steele. Southall, Guyton.
2-3 zone right now from Roselle Catholic to try to limit a Kimba.
Tall up top again to Southall. A lot of verbal coaching here from the Sewickley Academy bench. You're almost used to hearing it here at Win Palmer Court. There's Guyton, pure.
It's making Sewickley Academy move the ball way more than they're used to, but they're doing a really good job. Now 11-11. What an answer. They were down by 5.
Ties things, under 2 to go in the first. Bray floats it into the corner. That's Holland Johnson. Johnson is up and fouled. And Johnson to the line. As that one goes against Jameer Guyton. His first, team's 3rd. And the freshman rims out his first. And Adam Kimba will come out. Eric Krasian will come in.
Good luck, freshman. You got to go against the best team in the state. You're going to learn a lot, and they got both big guys out now.
6'5" freshman for Sewickley Academy. For those of you who tuned in, you know, one deserves another, right? Guyton, Krasian, double teamed, spins away. Can they get to the 10? No, they'll throw it away.
And this is when you got some freshmen in, some sophomore, and they get this press. And it's not just that standard high school press. These guys are very athletic and guard 1 through 5. It's really hard for Sewickley to get across right there. But if playoffs go as we expect, Sewickley might end up playing a team like Jeanette.
There's a nice steal, though, by Drew Steele. Steele bounces to Guyton, who flushes for 2 hands.
Really good response again by Sewickley. Getting a little overwhelmed by that press. You create turnovers on the other side.
Panthers, 1-point advantage here in the first. Thomas hands it off. Back outside to Bray for a 3 that's offline. Southall gets the rebound, and it will be a foul on the floor against the Panthers. And it's going up against Jameer Guyton again. He'll get a quick second.
And that could be a problem because he is kind of subbed in right now as that power forward as Adam Akimba is on the bench and Mamadou Kane. Jameer probably says he's a guard, but on this team, a lot of times he's playing forward.
Lucas Grimsley back in.
There goes Guyton.
Panthers start 3 seniors. Battle Spencer and Grimsley, but can see where they can go down to the youth on their bench and utilize it. And it's just 1 out of the 5 starters out there right now. And Lucas Grimsley. Hunter, top of the key. Left side.
He wanted that shot, just didn't get the pass where he could go right up with it.
Popped it over to Bray, 20 seconds. 3 on the way, offline, rebound off a hand of Southall, then popped into the air. Cracion got it with 10 seconds and a foul. And we'll be shooting on the other end.
What a fight by Rob Southall and Eric Cracion. They're a little bit undersized compared to Caleb Jones, but they'll do a really good job with Mamadou Kane out of the game. There's Eric Cracion just jumping up and grabbing that basketball as quick as he can.
Cracion's first off the mark as Spencer checks in for Sewickley Academy, and we see Daniel Charles, a freshman, enter the game for Roselle. Comes out for Caleb Jones. And another chance for the freshman. He converts 1 to 2 at the line. 5 seconds, got it, pocket pick, Steals with another one. Steals a spin, and then he lost control of it out of bounds with 1.2. Almost a fantastic.
Almost a highlight reel finger roll right there, but you still got 1.2. Now, neither of your power forward or centers in this game, but maybe a quick tip to Rob Southall or Grimsley out for a 3.
It's Grimsley for that 3. Good if it goes, and it does! Lucas Grimsley hits a 3, and the Panthers take the first frame of Roselle, 14-12, 17-12 after that triple. Sewickley Academy and Roselle Catholic. Our presentation continues after this on JRM Sports.
Growing up at Sewickley Academy, every single step is a giant leap towards extraordinary, where students are excited about school and develop a love for learning. Our early childhood students begin their adventure here in a world of discovery and wonder, building, creating, and stretching their imaginations, sharing curiosities, and kindness. We help each child with routines that build self-confidence. We lean into learning through exploration, allowing time to observe, question, and reflect. Through personalized attention, we see firsthand what excites them to learn and create lessons from the things they're most interested in, exploring new vocabulary to help communicate thoughts, developing math skills to problem solve, and even discovering talents and passions. Many steps are taken each day, and we make every one count. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
And we're back to Sewickley Academy, Sewickley, Pennsylvania, about 30 minutes west of Pittsburgh. Sewickley Academy Panthers, for those of you tuned in from New Jersey, 3-time Pennsylvania state champions. They play them all together, privates and publics here in Pennsylvania. So
it's a foul or a jump ball?
They're going to go foul.
There we go.
Goes Daniel Charles is the guilty party there. Krayshawn gets the inbound. Drew steals. And Spencer. Another steal. Can they save it at center court? A takeaway for Lewis.
They're going to get the timeout.
And a timeout taken by Roselle. First charge timeout for Todd Decker and the Lions. 30-second timeout taken with 7:33 to go in this second quarter of action, 17-12. And the Panthers started slow, as we alluded to, but found their groove
and they got
late in the first.
Really good bench scoring right there from Jameer Guyton, who came off the bench and was a spark plug with some fouls. Got a dunk, too, so 5 points for Jameer Guyton in about a 5-minute span. And then you get a couple big shots there from Lucas Grimsley right at the end of the first quarter to put an exclamation point on it. Got to shout out Rob Southall in that highlight as well. Got a couple big rebounds coming off the bench in that and one. And for Roselle Catholic, you just saw that possession right there. They get the ball off a turnover. You can see why Trayvon Lewis had a quadruple-double with steals. He has active hands. He reminds me a lot of Drew Steele. They both play glued to you, chest to chest. So it's really good for Sewickley to have a game like this. We know Jeanette's guards are very active like this, and a couple others they'll face in the playoffs.
After the timeout, what does Roselle draw up? They can't come up with anything. Thomas misses, gets a steal right back. Lewis, he drains a three. So turnover turns into another turnover, and then the three-point shot by Lewis.
Here comes that press. You got to dribble right through.
Here's Grimsley. Grimsley does get it across.
And that's a little bit different when you got a senior and not a freshman out there.
And a whistle before as Mamadou Kane went for the jam.
Mamadou's got to be a little bit careful, too. If he still had that ball, might have been a charge. He's got 2 fouls. Look right there. Not many highlight reels are a guy that doesn't have the ball in his hand. He's hanging off a rim, but Mamadou Kane can do a little bit of everything.
That foul went to Tyrese Hunter. That's his second. Battles along the wing. And a whistle away from the basketball. That's going to be another one on Roselle. It's going to be Chase Bray picking up his second.
They're just grabbing a little bit too much inside, trying to slow down these Sewickley guards as they're cutting around their big guys down low.
6:46 to go here in the second.
It's amazing.
Inbound.
This game has gone in waves, Matt. You see a lot of electric offense, and then both teams play so well defensively.
Falling away, Mamadou Kane falls to the floor, but it will be a trip to the line to get 2. Foul goes against Khalid Thomas. That's his first. Already 4 fouls for Roselle in this quarter, so long time that Sewickley needs to attack the basket the rest of this quarter. They're going to have a lot of trips at the foul line.
And you know who's not happy about this? Todd Decker is over there absolutely reaming into a ref. And again, this is not a New Jersey game, so I don't know if he's had much experience with WPIAL officials, PA officials, but he said we should just go home if you're going to call that the rest of the game.
3 on the way for Bray. That's offline. It's a rebound for Grimsley and an outlet to Battles. And here comes Kata Battles. Battles goes all the way. Tip-in doesn't fall there by Mamadou. Kimba gets the rebound, and he traveled. So Roselle gets the possession.
I would not want to ever be in a room with Todd Decker and Coach Isolino and refs yelling at each other. Let's just put it that way. Both of those coaches are very intense in a very respectful way, but Todd Decker's now coaching at half court right now, and Mike Isolino's on the other side as well.
Roselle, good ball movement. Lewis, a three, doesn't fall. And Mamadou Kane, I beg your pardon, with the board. Battles, weaves his way back into the forecourt.
You want to talk about a guy that can break a press by himself right there, quick feet.
Inside, Kane can't come up with it. And out of bounds off of Roselle. Oh, no, off of Sewickley. So Roselle gets the basketball. Panthers doing a good job in offensive sets, but they're just not coming up away with points.
Yeah, and again, I think a lot of the times, a lot of these baskets are 0.1, 0.2 seconds, a little bit easier. And in this game, you're facing another team that can match your talent and guard you.
On the baseline and a foul called. And this is going to be Mamadou's third.
And Todd Decker screamed out, that's three. So I think he's pretty excited. Mamadou Kane's going to have to take his seat as well as Jameer Guyton will be back in the game. Landed hard on his back. Happy to see that he's okay. But Mamadou has been the X factor. So I think Roselle Catholic's very happy he has to go sit back down and take a break. And if there's one thing Mamadou needs to work on, you need to stay in these games.
Right hand, it's Bray through to everybody.
That was a really nice move. I'm reading about him, a sharpshooter, but right there, going against Caden Battles, the quickest guard I've seen this year, and go right past him. Really good basket.
Well, 5'10 Bray, 5'8 Battles. They
Look
battle it out. There's Drew Steele. 5-minute mark of the first half. Panthers a 1-point advantage. Foul going the other way, and it's been a foul fest here in this second quarter as Ikemba picks up his first.
I will say, since Todd Decker kind of said, hey, what are we doing here? Now it has swung a little bit on Sewickley's side.
And Mike Isolino has now
he's going to win. Yeah. Is that what I need to do?
Lewis,
ooh, what a move.
Beautifully done. Lions back in front.
To win their state title last year, Trayvon Lewis scored 5 straight in 50 seconds, and they didn't lead one part of that game.
Tipped away by Jones, and Jones is fouled. It will be a quick second for Ikemba on the foul side of things and allow Caleb Jones to the line to try to add to their 1-point advantage. And Toll will come in. But this is what you've been talking about, Damon, about, the Panthers need to be crisp with their passes. And, when you play some of the teams that Sewickley has had to play because of their section opponents, you got to play who's in your section. That just is the way it is. But when you play those teams, sometimes you can get a little bit of carefree
a little lazy.
Passing. Yes.
And when you play a team like an Osh or a Jeanette or any of these teams in the WPIAL playoffs, you want to be on point, ready to go. Now, I know maybe the first-round matchup, you never know what can happen. Really good rebound there by Adam Ikemba. But when you start facing those top teams, a lot of those things just can't go the way you've been playing. So this is a really good refresher. And knowing Coach Isolino, he had this game so everybody can have a little bit of a wake-up call going into the playoffs, too.
Hey, last year in the WPIL, there was a 15-2 upset.
Yep. Can happen any year. Anybody can get hot.
Oh, man, Tall with a hard hit. No call. Meanwhile, a turnover, and Bray throws one off balance. Doesn't get points at it. Southall clears away the board. It's gotten physical.
Really physical. You can tell both of these teams are very prideful. They don't want to drop a game. They don't care if it's not a conference game or a playoff game.
Trey Woodall has to imagine the old Big East days.
That's what it really feels like. There's so much talent, but somehow the score is only 19-18.
Assistant coach for Sewickley, played at the University of Pittsburgh.
You got to think both teams are trying way harder than they usually do on defense, too, which tires you out when you go on the offensive side of the ball. People forget about that.
Steals to Tall. Connor drives, kicks, offline, trying to get Guyton.
Not a bad idea by Tall, maybe just a little bit strong, but Jameer at the same time, I just don't think he was expecting it, and he would have had an open 3 there. But we haven't had point now in a couple possessions. Both of these teams look a little tired. Physical game. You thought, oh, maybe it's almost like an all-star game. No, this is like game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Just 3 on the way. That is in and out by Hunter. Ikemba gets it over to Steele. And the drought for both of these teams continues. And the Panthers will try to be the team to break it. Up top, Steele at the foul line. Doesn't go. Ikemba tries to get the rebound, but it's Guyton who does. Guyton is fouled absolutely at the line. Frustration on one side and relief on the other as Jameer Guyton goes to the line.
And I got to give Jameer Guyton props. Of all these Division I guys we've been talking about today, the guy that's made the most difference so far for either team, I feel like, is Jameer Guyton. 5 points, couple rebounds. Now with 6.
And you got a who's who in the crowd. Robert Morris basketball coach Andy Toole in attendance tonight.
Why not? If you're a local Division I coach, why not? Seriously, what else are you doing?
Right. And Robert Morris is about 20 minutes from the gym here at Sewickley. And up strong, bucket and the foul for Caleb Jones.
Cheering on his former assistant head coach as well.
Yes, yeah, Mike Izzolino, of course, was the assistant at RMU just 2 years ago before he took the head coaching job last year. He got Sewickley Academy all the way to the state championship. And then it should also be noted, Sewickley fans, of course, know this, but next year, Sewickley will voluntarily play up to Class 4A, 6 classifications in Pennsylvania. And I mentioned earlier, they don't split them up between the publics and the privates. So.
If I'm Andy Toole, too, which guy do you watch?
Oh, man. You're watching everybody. Grimsley into the corner. Creation. 3 doesn't fall. Big rebound by Southall, and a jump ball is called. The arrow
job by
goes.
Rob to just even cause that.
A jump ball goes to Roselle. Battles after a quick breather is back out there. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. And what at times has looked like we would see a track meet, and then other times it has looked like we won't see another basket.
Trust me, everybody at home, both of these teams in their last 5, they score 70 points. They usually do.
Yeah, Roselle scored 80 in their last one as a layup is up and good there for Trayvon Lewis. Senior gets it in. 23-19 advantage. Lewis with 9 points on the night. Gratian spins it over to Steele, who looks for a 3, and that's beautiful. First points of the night for Drew Steele.
What a confident shot, too. You got a guy right in your face there, not much space. As Adam Ikemba has to check out, they realized late that he has 3 fouls. Thank goodness he didn't get a 4th one.
Yeah. Both Panthers starting big men in some foul trouble minutes ago here in the first half. Fadeaway doesn't go. Tip-in is good for Khalid Thomas.
And now Roselle, for the first time in this game, have a clear size advantage on the court.
Steals, recognizes and drives. Loses it out of bounds. They'll say it's off of Roselle. I think the Roselle bus driver doesn't like that call. Not a whole lot of Roselle Catholic fans in attendance today.
It's only a short 5.5-hour drive. Leave at lunchtime.
And Lions will head right back. Got in yesterday, and then we'll head right back tonight. Thus the 5:30 game. Ball gets thrown away. Hunter the steal, and Hunter the jam on the other end.
He's been quiet so far in the matchup, but one way to wake up is a slam the other way, and now Sewickley down by 5.
I don't want this to be a meltdown minute here for the Panthers for how well they've played. Battles gets it. Guarded by Bray. 20 seconds to go. Into the corner. Grimsley, 3-ball. Corner pocket!
What an answer to Lucas Grimsley. Back-to-back quarters with the last second 3 to keep his team in it.
5 seconds to go in the half. Pull up by Thomas. Good answer with the 3. They're actually going to roll that a 2. Rolled that a 2. So 29-25, they did roll that a 2. Said his foot was on the line as they argue here at the table and correct it. Sewickley Academy trails Roselle Catholic here at the break. Our halftime show in the back half of this break. We break it all down for you. You're watching Sewickley Academy basketball here on JRM Sports.
At Sewickley Academy, we blend a classical education with an eye towards the future. Growing up here, students benefit from continuous innovation and endless creativity, helping to build their character and confidence. Where they are free to experiment in an environment that encourages collaboration and sparks imagination. And where learning goes beyond the classroom walls, balancing structured academics with play-based experiences. Every student's interest is cultivated from the first day to inspire a lifelong love of learning, with guidance that fosters independence, goals, and skills. Growing up at Sewickley Academy means building a solid foundation for future growth and development, where students become who they're meant to be. Sewickley Academy. Intentionally extraordinary.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
At Sewickley Academy, a lifelong love for learning is sparked from day one, preparing students for college and beyond. Students are encouraged to think and learn independently and cooperatively, while having the flexibility to pursue their own interests across academics, athletics, and the arts. With small class sizes and a strong sense of community, students from the middle school to the senior school learn the value of collaboration and understanding. Regardless of age, Sewickley Academy students gain the confidence to lead, inspire, and excel. And every experience along the way shapes their future, allowing them to build the skills and character necessary to succeed. At Sewickley Academy, becoming a lifelong learner is becoming the best version of yourself. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
Welcome back to Sewickley halftime here at Wim Palmer Court. And Roselle Catholic has the 29-25 lead over the Sewickley Academy Panthers. And we take a look at some first half highlights. Back with Damon McDermott. Damon, your synopsis of that first 16 minutes.
Well, first off, it's not a regular high school game. I'll tell you that with some of the baskets. We saw Chase Bray cash in on that three. We saw Mamadou Kane dunk. Saw a couple Roselle dunks. And for both of these teams, I think we were expecting a little bit more scoring. But at the same time, this is probably the hardest they've had to defend against the team this year. So both of these teams are thinking, okay, how do we slow each other down? There's Adam Akimba with a nice layup there as well. And for Roselle Catholic, the only thing they're missing, they have not had a bench point where Sewickley Academy, with the foul trouble they've had, South Hall's chipped in. You see right there on that and one. Jameer Guyton, Eric Cracion has one, and Drew Steele has three. See a nice pass right there to Jameer Guyton for his dunk in the first half. And Lucas Grimsley, back-to-back quarters where he had a three-pointer that at least kept the game a little bit close. And then on the other side, Trayvon Lewis. Again, I talked about his quadruple-double, multiple games this year with over 25 points. There's a tough layup from Chase Bray. And one more for Trayvon Lewis with the foul and the contact. Never mind, he gets one more. He's been all over the place. I don't know how that one didn't go, but then you get Caleb Jones with an offensive rebound. As both of these teams are almost ready, about 40 seconds until this second half. But Matt, we're spoiled. We don't get to see a matchup like this. I know you've been broadcasting longer than me, but I can't think of one of recent memory like this late in the season going to the playoffs. Two teams, you might preseason rank a team top five, another one top five. No, these are legitimate PA and New Jersey State title contenders.
Yeah, this has been fun, and I think from the Sewickley Academy side of things has been, just how good are the Panthers? How much have they developed from coming up short in the district championship last year? They lost in the semifinals to the eventual champion, got into the state tournament, made their way to the state championship, ended up losing at the buzzer. And, boy, they've come a long way. I think that was the measuring stick. And this is the reason why Mike Isolino and his staff wanted to schedule a game like this. And through the first 16 minutes, they played right with Roselle. You could see the talent on both sides and both benches. I mean, both teams can go down. Roselle's played a lot more of their starters than the Panthers have. But I almost think that could be a benefit to the Panthers down the stretch here of getting to a little bit of a
Remember Drew Steele last year. Yeah. He had to come up big when Caden Battles got hurt and some others in the state playoffs. And I guess the good news, too, is Mamadou Kane, we only saw him for about 5 minutes in this game. So now he's back in for Sewickley Academy.
See what the Panthers have. And
he stepped out.
Stepped out on the line.
And you got a size 15 shoe, sometimes you just don't know where it lands. And he might have a bigger shoe than that. I'm not sure, but I'm going to guess size 15. Could be all up to 20 when you're 6'8" and you're only a sophomore.
Yeah, and that's the other part is like the youthfulness of this Panther squad.
We're Roselle Catholic. They look like veterans out here. They know exactly what they need to do. Right there, that is a pro move. You put your shoulder down, keep using your momentum, and you cash in at the line.
Tyrese Hunter, highly recruited. Reclass, it's class of 2027, so another year with the Lions before making his college decision.
I think Andy Toll goes up in the gate. You know, those schools sound nice, but you know who almost beat Alabama in the playoffs last year or in the tournament last year? But no, there's a lot of talent Andy can pick from. And I bet there's a lot of college coaches or at least scouts here that we don't even recognize when they heard this game was on the schedule. Some watching at home, too. Drew Steele's checking in, another guy I think that's going to get a lot of college interest as he gets older. Again, only a sophomore.
Grimsley gets it into Amari Spencer. And then a dangerous play there that gets pushed out by Roselle. It was knocked out by Kalik Thomas, but Guyton comes in, and Mamadou just needs to make sure he's receiving the basketball.
I think he's not used to guys being right up in his face. They're not intimidated by him, and they're guarding him really tight.
Steele's guarded closely by Bray. Almost turned it over there.
Mamadou wants it. Doesn't
take it away by Lewis. The steal and the score. Timeout Panthers. As the Roselle Lions lead swells to 33-25. An eerily similar start to the third as the opening frame of this one, with Roselle kind of taking advantage of some,
I would say,
nervousness and antsiness.
Yep, antsy, nervous, inexperience. You got 3 seniors, but you got 2 young guys out there. And even these seniors, this is the type of competition you don't see a lot till state playoffs. And, Matt, now that I'm thinking about it, they are down by 8. I'm trying to remember the Pine Richland game. I think this is the biggest deficit they've had the whole entire season. They average beating section opponents by 51 points, which is unbelievable. And, again, I want to give props to Sewickley for, first off, scheduling this game. You could hang a banner that said, hey, we went undefeated, we went 21-0. Now you're facing a team to end the year, so you might end up going 21-1. We still got a lot of game to go, but just saying. And then, again, Pine Richland, I think they were down by 5 at one point, but they got a 3 right away, then they were down by 2. So they're not used to this either. So, again, another time in game, you can practice and you get a different situation. Right now, you're kind of pressing and you need some points. How do you respond? And there's the legendary Todd Decker on the other side. We could talk about the history of this program for a long time.
Yeah, 1959 founded, 42 boys in the Roselle, Union County, New Jersey area. Sewickley Academy, of course, their rich history as well.
Double high ball screen.
Guyton along the win. Up top, Mamadou Kane and now Lucas Grimsley. Fed down low to Mamadou, and he's fouled. Kane earns a trip to the line. Trayvon Lewis picks up the foul. That's his third. First one good for Mamadou Kane.
Even that, he had his feet shaking a little bit as he was putting that one up. Just think a little bit extra about everything when you're down. It's amazing how well he shoots the basketball, though, for how big he is. Again, if there's a college coach watching, that is a green flag if that free throw is that natural.
Trayvon Lewis up the floor. Runs the baseline, went up for the dunk, and denied by Guyton. Student section for Sewickley Academy has arrived and started to make their presence felt.
Right there, help him, Mamadou. Good, stay in front, Drew, stay in front, Drew. Right there. Get that line baseline. Push it off.
It's Hunter. Reverses here near side and lost it out of bounds. Sewickley Academy basketball.
Looks like we got an injury. They're going to have to pause this game for a second as Kalik Thomas. Hope that shoulder is okay. You'll see right there, he reached for the basketball and it just kind of hit awkwardly.
Daniel Charles back in to replace him. Sewickley brings it up the floor, steals. And yeah, they're two hands all the way. Freshman going to get called for his second.
Looks like he was playing left tackle there for the Patriots last night. But that's what Drew Steels can give you, really quick with the ball in his hands. You see that it kind of shifted to him in this game more than Amari Spencer, maybe just for that skill set. Every game, a little bit of a different lineup can be used here for Sewickley.
Steals up top to Grimsley. Kimba. Grimsley back up to Steels. Head fake and a drive. Pull up at the elbow. Doesn't go. Put back is good. The recycle by Mamadou Kane.
That's the X factor. He was in foul trouble. Now when he's back in the game, he can clean a lot of it up for you, get you a couple second chance points.
That one blocked by Guyton one more time. 2 rejections this quarter by Jameer Guyton, and down is Trayvon Lewis.
So first, here's that putback dunk, one-handed by Mamadou Kane. And we've talked about Jameer Guyton. This has been a coming out party for him. Getting a block on a legit D1 guy right there, staying with him. What a defensive effort by Jameer Guyton.
Just a sophomore is Guyton.
Maybe he's one of those guys, his skill set raises as he plays better competition.
Lewis. Pass inside, taken away, Drew Steels. Panthers on a run of their own here to return the favor to the Lions here in the third. Grimsley along the baseline, and a Lion hit the floor away from the ball. No foul call as Bray has it along the wing now.
Right now you got a Kimba on a guard.
Back outside, catch and shoot 3 for Hunter, way offline. Steals behind the back to buy separation. Dish to Kimba, handoff Kane, hesitation. Bucket is good for Mamadou Kane.
He's been the difference maker, Matt. He had to sit that whole second quarter. He now has 6 in the third.
And 9 tonight. 2-point game. Hunter lost it. Loose, diving, Guyton. Out of bounds. It will stay with Roselle. Grimsley out. Tracian in. Timeout, Roselle Catholic. A full timeout with 3:48. So Sewickley Academy did not like how the first 2 minutes went. They called a timeout. And Roselle didn't like how the next 2 minutes went. So now they've called a timeout.
Yeah, I mean, again, when you have this much talent, I keep saying it, but you just never know how this game's going to go. It's going to go in waves of momentum. Sewickley student section got involved, which is great to see. A couple of chants that Roselle Catholic didn't like, but the defensive effort, as we see some of these highlights, and the putback dunk right here by Mamadou Kane with one hand. He's been the X factor. Like I said, 6 points in that third quarter. Adam Akimba, big man to big man right there, gives it to Mamadou Kane. And, Matt, we got to talk about Jameer Guyton getting 2 big blocks on legitimate D1 competition. A guy going into this game, maybe he didn't think he was going to play as much as he has, but they've had some foul trouble, and he stayed in the game. I think he's proven, hey, don't take me out. Take somebody else out. I'm doing my job in this game. So what a job by the sophomore as well.
Student section in the building trying to support their Panthers in the final regular season game of the season. They learned earlier this afternoon, kind of buried the lead, Damon, but they learned earlier this afternoon they got the number 2 seed in the WPIL 2A playoffs, district playoffs. Yes. One loss, Jeanette, defending champion Jeanette with the 1. But you know what? If I'm Michael Isolino,
That's more fuel.
Yeah,
that's when Bill Belichick used to be looking for stuff and just put it on the billboard.
Yeah.
Like, that is easy.
Right.
That's already on everybody's locker. And said, oh, guess what, guys? Go 21-0, you still don't get the 1 seed.
Right.
Makes you think that his past performance in prior years even does it matter even when you lose players? Like, that's
and to be fair, Jeanette brings a lot back from that team. And their only loss was to an out-of-state opponent as well. 3 for Bray. That's good. Chase Bray, the sophomore.
Eric Crayshion's going to learn a lot. I don't think he's seen a guard move like that.
Long pass to Steele, who lays it in. How he didn't get the foul there, I don't know, but it makes it a 3-point game.
Drew Steele is really showing out, too. He's guarding these guys like it's any other day in Section 2A right now.
You know, that's what I'm taking away. You know that Mamadou Kane and Adam Kimba and Grimsley are going to be your guys, but the plays from Steeles and Cracian and Guyton off the bench.
Rob Southall had a couple big and one buckets. But if I'm a coach like Andy told Drew Joyce, like Drew Steeles has nobody looking at him yet because he's so young. That's a guy you keep and say, okay, what's he going to look like in 2 or 3 years?
Well, this is interesting. Trayvon Lewis has decided he has played enough. He was a little tired and wanted to just watch this one a little bit before starting. Pass inside to Jones. Good ball movement.
Eric's out of position here for Sewickley on this rotation.
And he got the steal right into the hands of Grayson.
The two of them were guarding the same guy, and they panicked.
Well, right place, right time for Eric.
Look at that tight handle.
Steals. Under 2 to go here in the third. It's a screen from Mamadou. Mamadou gets it. Grayson. Thought about it. Now to Ikemba.
Got to be careful with the ball in his hands. He's dribbling.
Guyton. Steals. Drew, open look. Off the rim, no good. Rebound underneath. Pulled down. Roselle pushes it up the floor. It's Jones. Hands up. Blocked again. A denial. This time by Ikemba.
Adam Ikemba always comes out. I don't know how you come out of nowhere when you're 6'8", but somehow you do. There's the steal by Eric Cracion on the last one. But watch, Adam Ikemba, he's just slowly but surely, and then he pops out and gets that block. And Caleb Jones is looking like, where did he come from?
You almost forget they're that big.
Yeah, you do, because they're agile, too.
Right. And a great inbounds play to get to for Khalid Thomas, senior. Has 8. Southall, Cracio. Steals. Minute to go. Here in the third.
I got to give Chase Bray some credit, too. He goes from guarding Drew Steeles to Caden Battles, 2 of the quickest guys on the court. He hasn't taken a breather yet.
No. Cracion, 40 seconds. Battles to the rack and a foul. 2 shots coming for Caden Battles, senior. Bray picks up his third.
And that one, I really think that's just a stamina foul. He's exhausted out there. They said he's got to move his feet, but again, he's guarding Drew Steeles and Caden Battles all night long. Hasn't taken a breather.
Mari Spencer back in. Roselle Catholic winners of the non-public B state championship last year in New Jersey.
For a school like this, it's an expectation. It's not even, we talk about the WIPIO a lot here and winning that. It's states or bust in New Jersey for these guys.
They won 7 state championships as Roselle Catholic. Won a 55-51 comeback thriller. You mentioned earlier how they rallied back in the final minute. 5 seconds to go in the third. Going to be Hunter to make the shot. Good if it goes. Short. 38-35. Good as advertised after 3. Roselle Catholic 38, Sewickley Academy 35, and we come back with the final 8. Sewickley Academy basketball here on JRM Sports.
Growing up at Sewickley Academy, every single step is a giant leap towards extraordinary, where students are excited about school and develop a love for learning. Our early childhood students begin their adventure here in a world of discovery and wonder, building, creating, and stretching their imaginations, sharing curiosities, and kindness. We help each child with routines that build self-confidence. We lean into learning through exploration, allowing time to observe, question, and reflect. Through personalized attention, we see firsthand what excites them to learn and create lessons from the things they're most interested in, exploring new vocabulary to help communicate thoughts, developing math skills to problem solve, and even discovering talents and passions. Many steps are taken each day, and we make every one count. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
Let's play a fourth. One more quarter of regular season basketball in the state of Pennsylvania. I'm sure Roselle's not far away from entering their state tournament.
What I like about those schools, they have these tournaments throughout the year too, like the Big Jam and some others that are such a big deal. And I wish Pittsburgh, we got a couple, and we need a couple more.
Like true tournaments.
Oh yeah, like if they win them, they brag about them.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those they're coveted trophies.
Yeah.
See how much they slow this game down. They sort of like doing it last quarter.
Leave it through everybody. Came up empty with it, rolling around on the ground, and then whistles blew it dead.
It's going to be
Sewickley
Sewickley
ball.
ball.
I didn't see a jump ball indicated. Now I'm curious on what that call was. Kicked ball. Yeah, it wasn't a jump ball. Stays with Sewickley with the arrow, so interesting. Panthers trail 38-35 here in the fourth. Academy Kimba, oh my! From Mama Duquesne.
That I swear, if everybody listens to these broadcasts, I said that hoop is going to fall down one of these days.
That was a throwdown. Missed by Thomas, and buckle up. Panthers down 1 here in the fourth.
And what vision by Mamadou Kane to find him there. He could have went up for his own dunk.
There's Mamadou one more time. Kane outside Grimsley. Likes a three. Got blocked. Swatted away. Lewis, who got the swat, gets the ball. Can't get the bucket. It rims out. Grimsley is there.
I think New Jersey's learning a little bit about Pittsburgh physical hoops.
Yeah, after Grimsley got denied, he thought he had an easy bucket. It did not, and this one's going to rocket out of bounds. Tip ball, stays Sewickley basketball.
You know, for once I might side with Roselle Catholic there. It really looked like Mamadou Kane threw that ball out, but that's Todd Decker's sometimes I feel like I should have been a coach.
Todd Decker saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And maybe a ball don't lie moment there.
Caden Battles almost just went through our table.
He did.
But no, on that replay, you can see he clearly threw that. So, you know, Todd Decker can calm down just a hair. Ball does not lie.
Roselle with a 1-point advantage. Hunter. Bray through, bouncing, beautifully done to Caleb Jones.
What a pass, too. No look.
Here comes some pressure
Mamadou's got to dribble this out.
And he does. And a foul. That's exactly what you do if you're Mamadou.
Coach Decker saying he's a lefty. Why are you trying to force him out when he's so comfortable right there and pick up a foul? And, again, if coaches are watching, you're impressed Mamadou Kane can dribble out of that press. A lot of big guys cannot do that.
That's the third foul on Jones, by the way. 40-37. Steals. Guyton. Pull up. Doesn't fall. Rebound over the top. And Mamadou will pick up foul number 4.
And that's just an unneeded foul. Again, he's learning, and I'm not being critical in a negative way. It's just like coaching. You got 3 fouls, and that's a rebound you're going to get maybe 5% of the time. It's just not worth yourself picking up your 4th foul right there.
Yeah, if you get that foul, taking a charge or trying to take a charge or –
but over in the back, sometimes you just got to admit, I'm not going to get this rebound. It's going to be their possession. What can I do defensively now on the way back?
Mamadou stays in. Driving and kicking out to Bray. Bray weaves, pulls, doesn't go. Mamadou gets the board.
Bray might be the first guy I've seen that is as quick as Caden Battles or quicker, and I love watching those two go at it.
Steals, got behind, gets it to Grimsley. 3 ball, in and out. Rebound, put back, Mamadou Kane.
One-handed rebound at that, muscling through. You can see how much potential's there. There's just a couple things he's got to iron out in the next couple of years.
4:25 clock winds here in the 4th. 1-point game.
And by the way, Sewickley trying to go undefeated for the whole entire year.
Unblemished to this point. And somehow that one does not fall for Lewis. Rebound Panthers. Long pass to get it ahead to Mamadou Kane at the top of the key. Now Drew Steals. And a timeout with almost halfway through. 4:01 here in the 4th. And a 1-point game. Time for Mike Isolino to draw something up to give the Panthers the lead.
What a job by Sewickley not to just fight in this game. At one point they're down by 8. You think, okay, maybe this is just a little bit out of their comfort zone, playing a team like this from Roselle Catholic to battle all the way back here. Only down by 1. There's the emphatic jam by Adam McKimba. Really nice pass by Mamadou Kane right there. Could have been selfish. And we still got some extracurriculars going on between Roselle Catholic and these refs. They do not like a couple of these calls down low. But no technicals, a lot more warnings. And I just think they've realized Coach Decker, he's an intense guy too. The reason why you got 7 state titles is because you coach as hard as you possibly can. Now the ref's going back over to the Roselle Catholic side, as you see,
and
full stands.
They haven't really let them play in the 4th quarter. Just both teams have 1 foul apiece halfway through this quarter.
I think on that last block, they either wanted to goaltend on Mamadou Kane or they hated the contact beforehand, and that's the one that they were not a fan of. But again, they're letting both sides play. I always say, if you call it dead even down the middle, I don't care how you call it, as long as it's even on both sides. But here we go, 4 minutes to go. Sewickley trying to go undefeated. Roselle Catholic does not want to go home, losing to a team from Pittsburgh.
Drew Steals, under 4 to play. Sewickley Academy runners-up in 2A in the state of Pennsylvania. A season ago, Roselle winning non-public B in New Jersey. Mamadou goes to work and fouled. 2 shots coming from Mamadou Kane, the sophomore, to the line to try to give the Panthers back the lead.
It worked out that time, but I think Coach Isolino's telling him that's not going to work every time, but sometimes talent will get you an extra chance off that pick and roll that was not executed perfectly, but when you get the big guy to the line that shoots as well as he does, you'll take it.
Sewickley Academy, the only team in the Pittsburgh area still yet to lose. And he only gets one of two, so we're tied at 40. So Roselle dials up. They go down low. Hey, Kimbo with the block.
Dodge one, 6'8" big. The other one's right there to clean it up.
And a foul on Steele in the backcourt. That'll be 4 on Lewis, one of their stars.
So now Trayvon Lewis takes that one personal. Now he got a little hand fighting between him and Drew Steele right now. This game has picked up in intensity. I mean, it's been intense all game, but both of these coaches, you can tell they do not want to lose. And both players, the refs are telling Lewis, you can't put your head on Drew Steele. And he's not backing down either. You're going to have a fun last 3 minutes here.
It's Battles, guarded by Bray.
Look at Bray's defense still, but Caden Battles at least gets past half court.
There's a foul. And that's going to be Bray's fourth. You're right, though. Todd Decker has upped the intensity recently.
Have we ever seen a coach match Coach Cizzolino? I think he's surpassed.
Yeah, I'm with you. Battles, under 3 to go. Tied at 40.
Hey, we didn't get the most points, but you want to talk about a fun game.
Oh, man. Fun, physical.
Best on best. It feels like an AAU game. It's
Yeah.
best on best.
Grimsley with it. I think it's best on Sewickley to kind of shorten this game, not get this into a track meet. As Kane cross court to Grimsley. Back inside to Mamadou, back outside to Grimsley.
See who says I'm confident enough to take a shot, though.
There's Battles. Battles got it denied. Put back, Mamadou rolls in, and the Panthers have the lead. Battles got that one swatted away, but Mamadou was there to save the day. And this crowd has come alive, and the ball pops out, and it's a foul. As Thomas fell to his wallet. Steele gets his first foul. Next foul for Roselle sends Sewickley to the line, by the way. Sewickley only with 2.
Remember,
Under
Chase
2 to go.
Gray also has 4 fouls. Their leading point guard that hasn't taken a break in this game.
Bray and Lewis both are playing with 4 fouls. Mamadou Kane playing with 4 fouls. Eyeing up a 3. Yeah, off the rim. Loose and a foul. And it's going to be a Roselle foul. It goes against Khalik Thomas, his second. Shots coming here for Sewickley Academy.
See the foul here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little contact
hip check.
before. Yeah,
Yep.
honestly, I was a little 50-50 on that, but seeing the replay, he got there early.
Yep.
Todd Decker's just a good salesman. I'm like,
With you. I felt the same way until I saw it the second time. Grimsley, the senior, he was the hero in the PIAA semifinals. Sewickley was down 20. Hit a bunch of threes and foul shots down the stretch to come back to get them to the state final. And he hits foul shots here to have a 4-point lead. Three on the way and off the rim for Hunter. And a foul underneath off the rebound.
I'm not going to lie, I thought we'd see a little bit more from Hunter in this matchup, just a little bit quiet. And that 3 ball, he's attempted 3. None have gone so far. I know he's talented. The big schools are going after him. Just tonight, not his game.
Adam Kimba picks up his 4th foul, and with 1:16 to play, Sewickley a 4-point lead with 1:16, and you've already experienced what the Panthers did last year in terms of being the team with the comeback. It's almost interesting here to be with the team with the lead with 1:16, and how do you play with the advantage? It's a lot different of a schematic here.
And for me, again, I keep talking about it, but you got talent on talent in this game where a lot of times Sewickley here would probably say, okay, we're going to dribble it out. They can't catch us. They're going to have to foul us. But Roselle, they do such a good job with their active hands causing turnovers. You got to be careful. So Roselle is probably going to try to get a quick basket here and then try to generate a turnover, or they're going to have to foul Sewickley.
Coaches for Roselle still talking with the officials about something.
It's the whole theme this second half. And again, you're traveling all the way here. I guarantee that just, you go, okay, who are you guys really reffing for?
Lewis bouncing. Good ball moving into the corner. 3. Good for Tyrese Hunter.
He heard me. I said none of those 3 balls been hidden. There's a really nice shot in the biggest moment of this game.
Up to Battles, and it's taken away by Bray. Trailing by 1, here comes Roselle. Bray gets it away off the mark for Lewis, tipped into the corner, and Mamadou's there. 40 seconds and a foul. For Roselle, Damon, they have the deficit, but they have the ball. They go inside. They have the confidence to do so. Come up empty, and now Sewickley a chance to extend this lead right back to 3.
They kind of rushed it, right? You could have done so many things there. I think Bray thought he could get to the rack by himself, and he throws it inside. They want a foul on Mamadou. They don't get it. And then you have him trapped in a corner there. Why are you going so physical with it? Make him dribble it out if you are Roselle Catholic. To me, that was just, why are you fouling him in the corner there? He's got to get past you. And, again, I know Mamadou is a good ball handler, but is he good enough to break a press from Roselle? We don't know. He's only done it once.
And, Sewickley had just turned the ball over trying to pass the ball up the floor the previous possession.
Yeah, there's the missed layup. And then, look, you got Mamadou Kane in this corner, and I'm right here. Why are you pushing him? Make him do something there. He's going to have to either pass it to a teammate or he's going to have to dribble it up the court. He's saying I went for the ball, but his hand was on his back, and you're forcing him out of bounds. They're going to call it every time.
Right. So I would imagine some gamesmanship here by Todd Decker making Mamadou Kane think about these free throws coming up.
Absolutely.
With 37 seconds to go in the ball game. And again, to reset the scene, 21-0 Sewickley Academy, 16-6 Roselle Catholic. Power out of New Jersey comes to Pittsburgh, and Sewickley wanted a test. They have certainly got it. But the Panthers have the advantage. It has been a back-and-forth affair. Roselle led by as many as 8 in this game. Damon went on the limb in saying that was the biggest deficit that Sewickley's had all season.
And now they're battling to go undefeated for the season. Number 2 in the state of New Jersey versus number 2 last year in the state of PA in 2A.
Mamadou Kane hits his first as Grimsley checks out.
I'm biased. We got to have this game every year. This is now a new
fantastic,
tradition.
Yeah. As Guyton into the game for Sewickley Academy. Big shot here from Mamadou Pure. 3-point lead, Panthers, 37 seconds to play. Trayvon Lewis up the floor. Lewis in some traffic, got it into the wing. Hunter back to Lewis. Lewis drives right-handed. 2, timeout. Roselle 2 goes back to a 1-point game as Trayvon Lewis, 13 points of the night and a full timeout.
And Matt, not a lot of people noticed that, but he saw Adam McKemba, and look, he just faked him out real quick. You just see a really good move there to just peek to the right side. Body weight goes there for a millisecond, so then the 6'8" guy can't just cram you at the rim there. Really nice move. something you don't see every day in high school hoops. Again, we're spoiled in this one for sure. The scoring's picked up a little bit too now, 46-45.
And we've talked about it. These two teams average over 70 points a game. It's been the defenses and showing how good both teams' defenses have been. Also to note, Roselle out of timeouts. That was their final timeout. Sewickley still has 2. Roselle 5 fouls, so anything they foul on Sewickley sends the Panthers to the line. Panthers still have a foul to give. They have 3 fouls, so still fouls to give, and hopefully for the Panthers' sake, it does not come to that. But you know, this backcourt pressure of Roselle has really been a storyline of the game. The Panthers know that it's coming. They just need a game plan to know how to break this because the press is coming.
Yeah, it's coming, and if you don't get them, Roselle Catholic, they obviously are going to want to foul Kimba. I think they've learned quickly. Mamadou Kane's a better foul shooter than I thought. They want to somehow make this get into Adam Akimba's hands, and if not, you want to turn over off this press. If that doesn't happen, a quick 2 doesn't kill you.
Long pass, they're going to go to Battles. Battles gets the steal. Oh, he gets the layup and scores. Beautifully executed. Caden Battles. Deep 3 on the way for Lewis. It's good. No timeouts left. Clock will wind. And now Sewickley calls a timeout with 5 seconds left.
I need a timeout. What is going on?
Trayvon Lewis drains a 3, and we reset everything because that inbounds play, Damon, was perfection. If you're the Panthers, expecting the press, you just go deep with it.
Lucas Grimsley, I don't think you've ever played football before, but somebody might want you to play quarterback next year in college. What a throw. And then Caden Battles, the fight through contact. Caden Battles is the fastest man on the court, and then the other way, they have the confidence to shoot that with still 10 seconds left on the court with Drew Steele in your face. What a basket.
48-48. Unbelievable.
And Trayvon Lewis has been that guy. Every article we read how they won the state final last year when they lean on a guy that needed a point, it's that guy. He scored 5 in the state championship game to win in a row for Roselle Catholic. Big shot, you know where it's going, and he's going to take it every time.
So now the question becomes 5.6 seconds. Sewickley takes the timeout. We have 1 remaining.
Are they still going to press? And would Sewickley do the same play again?
Yeah, well, you would imagine that Roselle might get smart to that idea, but it will be Grimsley inbounding. 5.6 seconds to go, tied at 48. Inbound to Steele. Here comes Steele. 3 seconds. 1. He throws it up. Good if it goes. And it doesn't. We're going to overtime. Extra basketball in Pittsburgh. Tied at 48. The best of Pittsburgh. The best of New Jersey. Come back with us. OT on JRM Sports.
At Sewickley Academy, we blend a classical education with an eye towards the future. Growing up here, students benefit from continuous innovation and endless creativity, helping to build their character and confidence. Where they are free to experiment in an environment that encourages collaboration and sparks imagination. And where learning goes beyond the classroom walls, balancing structured academics with play-based experiences. Every student's interest is cultivated from the first day to inspire a lifelong love of learning, with guidance that fosters independence, goals, and skills. Growing up at Sewickley Academy means building a solid foundation for future growth and development, where students become who they're meant to be. Sewickley Academy. Intentionally extraordinary.
We are back to Lynn Palmer Court in Sewickley, Pennsylvania. The Sewickley Academy Panthers 48. The Roselle Catholic Lions 48. And 4 quarters wasn't enough for the best of PA and the best of New Jersey. We go to overtime, David.
If people thought Sewickley Academy were just beating up on 2A schools, I think they've learned a lot here today.
This has been as good, if not better than advertised. 4 minutes on the clock. We get more overtime basketball here on JRM Sports. Ball got knocked away there momentarily. Grimsley got timeout taken here by Sewickley. That is their first of two they had allotted. Each team gets a timeout.
They had one in the fourth. Roselle Catholic.
So they're going to go with 30.
And again, there hasn't been many teams that make Sewickley so uncomfortable with their guards, but the pressure by Roselle Catholic. And now Sewickley has to try to reset. Caden Battles, I think, saved that possession twice where you thought it was going to be a turnover.
I think that's what Mike Isolino had seen enough.
Yeah, he was like, we got to reset here. And it's going to be really interesting to see how both of these teams attack this overtime. Do you take your time with your possessions, or do we get a free-flowing game again, or is it going to be one of these things where Sewickley holds the ball for over a minute? The problem is Roselle's so active with their hands, they're going to get a steal eventually.
Yep. Yeah, there's not a free second available for Sewickley, that is for sure.
It impresses me by Roselle, too. They can guard 5 out just like Sewickley.
That's going to be a foul. It's a bailout foul if I've ever seen one there for Sewickley, as Kimbo had, or Mamadou Kane had dribbled that one out of, or off of his foot. He's going to go to the line. Tyrese Hunter gets called for the foul.
And you got to be happy it's not one of those guys. If one of those guys would have got out on their 5th foul on that, we might see a Todd Decker eruption.
Grimsley out, Guyton in. That is the 4th foul for Hunter. So now there's 4 Lions playing with fouls. Guyton got the rebound. Outlet traveled. So take that for what you will.
Really good offensive rebound, but he had a double clutch moment. Again, if you're playing against lower competition, maybe you can just go up with that, but who you're playing, you got to get that right back out to the three-point line.
Trayvon Lewis. Lewis wants another 3. He's short, offline. Easy for Battles to find that one. And he'll start the dribble up by 1.
Here comes this guard battle again. 2 of the quickest guys.
Pop it out as Hunter on steals. They switch off. Battles, top of the wing. Kimba. Panthers 21-0. Roselle 16-6. Steals to the rack. Rims out.
Really nice move. Just could not get enough space.
Long pass to get it to Jones. Jones off balance shot. Doesn't fall. Out of bounds. And who will have it? It looks like it will be the Panthers.
Really good job by Mamadou right there. He's learning during the game. He could have hacked him there, got out of the game. He stayed straight up and down, just put his arms up.
Mamadou passing to Ikemba. Ikemba back to Guyton.
Still got to get across here.
Guyton will get it across. Time out, and the last one for Mike Isolino here in overtime. A 1-point lead, 2:32 to play.
So we've
and
had
this game, Damon, of like, sure, you'd love Roselle to foul you, but what happens first, the steal or the foul?
Yeah, literally, that's what makes it so uncomfortable is you go, okay, let's waste some time here. But you're usually not facing guys that have NIU, Illinois, Moorhead State offers where they are so confident that they can get that ball off you without fouling you. Now, they do have 4 fouls, but they've done such a good job, especially – I'll say this. Mamadou Kane's having a great game. Anna Kimba's having a great game. But they're used to being able to dribble against guards in 2A. When they're playing this team, there's a reason why as soon as they catch the ball, they're like, get this out of my hands. I do not want to cause a turnover right now. And so far we've been, 1 minute and 30 in. It felt like 10 for these coaches, and we've only had 1 point scored so far.
Coaching staff for Sewickley Academy. Mike Isolino leads Trey Woodall, Greg Sircone, and Mike Fitzgerald. And this one, Panthers would love to have. And how much confidence a win like this can get you going into the district tournament. Grimsley got to get it in. Finally does. Nearly taken away. Mamadou Kane gets it to Battles and steals. Almost lost it over the center court line. So straight out of that timeout, a bunch more. Mamadou Kane, meanwhile, goes to the rack. Outlets, and a foul is called. It will send Mamadou Kane back to the line, and it will see Trayvon Lewis escorted off the floor. I believe that will be his 5th.
Oh, man. Rewatching this. He's fouled out, and he does not like the call. I personally, from that replay, it looks like his feet were set.
Yeah.
I know it's a 50-50 call. It's going to go either way. Both guys have 4 fouls.
Yeah, one's
too.
out.
So one's out.
No matter,
and
no matter
who
it is, somebody's out.
It is tough. I really thought, though, Mamadou, when you're that big and aggressive going to the rim, you think a lot of times that goes against the offensive guys. I mean, you can see the reaction on his face. He said, I'm out on that.
Mamadou hits his first and his second. Big shots there for Mamadou Kane.
What coaches will tell you, though, those 4 fouls you had beforehand, that got you there. So correct some of those. You can't have a game come down to overtime off of a call like that.
3-point game. And Roselle had the answer the last time they trailed and needed it. 2 minutes to go in overtime. It's Hunter. Hunter going to work in the lane, fading away, rims out of bounds, and it stays with the Lions as Mamadou Kane knocks it out into the student section.
Also give these refs a little bit of a break. Did they think they were going to do an all-state matchup the day of playoffs are announced either?
No, I mean, overall, I think they've done a nice job.
Really have.
And again, that one's a 50-50 call.
Yep. Somebody's going to get fouled out.
Right. Here's Bray fighting and earns a foul, and he'll go to the line. And a big play, just a sophomore, this young man, Chase Bray.
He is so fast, and so is Caden Battles. This has been my favorite matchup. All the stars out here, talk about the 2 guys that got a little chip on their shoulders, a little undersized. They've been just going back and forth.
Bray hits his first.
Very similar games, too. I'd say Bray maybe a little bit better of a shooter, but Caden Battles a little bit better of a playmaker.
Bray, 9 points, this to give him 10, and he does. And cuts the deficit to 1:44 to play. Roselle's the only team with timeouts left. Sewickley's already used theirs. And Battles against Bray.
It is amazing to me how much he's pressing even with 4 fouls.
And almost got it ripped away. Jump ball. Arrow goes to Roselle. So a hustle play there to rip that one away from the Panthers. That was Khalid Thomas and Mamadou Kane battling it out for the ball. Arrow goes to the Lions. Tyrese Hunter and now Chase Bray.
See how long they hold this ball.
Paula Johnson into the game. As Bray diving attempt, Battles, it stays. Roselle as Battles almost got that. We talked a lot about Roselle's defense, but Sewickley's,
oh
my goodness.
Again, you're facing 3 division legit guys, some other guys that are going to get some offers, and Sewickley has stepped up tonight.
Guyton in, Grimsley out, minute 13 to go in OT. Tyrese Hunter up the floor.
Through steals especially against these guys.
Fading away, Hunter does it go. Rebound off a few hands, and Sewickley gets it. Steals up the floor, and it's takeaway. No foul called. Hunter got the steal. Hunter goes to the rack, and he gets the layup up and in. Roselle the lead by 1, 45 seconds to go. No timeouts left for Sewickley, and they find themselves trailing for the first time since mid-4th quarter.
Undefeated season on the line.
30 seconds to go. Mamadou Kane driving, kicking. Guyton hands off to Steele. 19 seconds to go. Reset. Mamadou back with it. Driving, floater, good! Sewickley retakes the lead. 53-52, 10 seconds left. Bray up the floor. Bray drives to the baseline. Blocked by Ikemba. Comes back outside. Bray again, good if it goes. Good! At the buzzer! And Roselle will win. Chase Bray hits a buzzer beater to beat Sewickley Academy in the regular season finale. What an ending. First loss for the Panthers season. 54-53 in a heartbreaker.
Chase Bray, you see him right there. What a heads-up play off of that rebound. You got to get it right back up. There was 0.5 when he released his hands. Sewickley loses their undefeated season on a buzzer beater. What a game we just witnessed from Division I talent all over. Neither team wanted to drop a game going into playoffs. There's the floater by Mamadou Kane to gain the lead. Matt, I don't have much more to say. What a game. What a shot by Chase Bray. They escape Pittsburgh with a win.
It's as good as it gets and good as advertised as Roselle wins it 54-53 here tonight. Yeah, it's one of those games, Damon, that you just don't even believe what the final segments were.
I don't know what you're about to say after what the, because that's how this game is just. I mean,
it was, here's your final shot, Chase Bray.
And a guy, we talked about it all night long. He's not one of the guys that has all these offers. And right there, he has to take that shot, but he's confident.
That's a sophomore.
That's a sophomore. And he was going up against Caden Battles all night long, against Drew Steele. What a shot. What a win. And Sewickley did everything right. They really did. They boxed out, it just tipped off the wrong hand. Chase Bray with a heads-up play to stay near the hoop just in case something happens. He gets on the baseline. He shoots and scores. But this is one of those games you're going to always remember where you were. Sewickley, you're going to learn a lot about yourselves after dropping your first game. And to me, I think that's one of the reasons why Coach Isolino really scheduled this game. He wanted to test these young guys. All year you're winning by 40, you're winning by 50, and now you play a team that is the favorites to win in New Jersey their state title. And now we got people walking from the camera. It's completely okay. Everybody has no idea what just happened.
No, I think everybody's kind of in shock at this point. I think that's that's Paul Hightower, the legendary Paul Hightower. He's allowed to walk wherever he wants to, really, as Sewickley gets this. You know what? I think it's one of those things where the loss is going to hurt, but at the same time, so much of what they need to work on going into the postseason is now going to be at the forefront. You have tape of, hey, when we need to be more secure at center court. When we're passing back up to the point, a couple times we had some steals taken away at the center court line. Those exchanges, inbound plays, more crisp on your passing, all of those things. To steal the coaching-ism, winning in a lot of ways is deodorant. And when you lose, you find out what stinks and what needs to get corrected.
No.
And I think that's what Sewickley needs to benefit from this one.
I think you really summed it up perfectly. A game like this, again, they left the spot open for most of the year. They really did. They wanted a game at the end of the year to test themselves. They could have just went into playoffs 21-0. Everybody would have been right in undefeated Sewickley. But they went in and they said, we're going to play one more team to test ourselves. Now knowing Coach Isolino, you know how much film he's going to have of every single play, of every single player? Like, oh, you guys think you're good? You went 21-0 in 2A? Well, guess what? Now I got film on you messing up here, here, and here. And that's no offense to them. They played an unreal game.
Oh, this was...
it was the most fun I think we've had covering them all year. Probably the best matchup we've seen between a Whippeal team and an out-of-state team that we've ever announced. So again, just so impressed by both teams. And now I'm going to keep tabs on Roselle Catholic, see what they do. And it'll be fun to see how Sewickley goes in their playoff race in the WPIAL and hopefully the state.
You'd have to imagine for both teams this was exactly what they wanted it to be. It wanted to be a measuring stick, a test. And Roselle, they're not afraid to play anybody. They played 6 out-of-state opponents throughout the year. Sewickley hadn't been afraid to play anybody in the state of Pennsylvania in terms of class, but you go outside of it, you play a New Jersey team that's a perennial power, has won 7 state championships to their ledger and won last year, and then a Sewickley Academy team that has aspirations of winning a state championship. It's as good as it got, and man, it was a fun one. It just you end up falling 1 point shy.
Yeah, and we'll look at a couple of highlights here that it just sums up this whole entire game where Sewickley was down by 8 at one point. Then Roselle, you're down by 3, and you think, okay, the game's over, there's no time. They come back. So there was just so many shots, too, that you just don't see on a high school court often, where people were unbalanced. The ball fakes, the head fakes, the dunks. We saw Adam McKimbo almost tear down a basketball rim at one point. And then this one, to completely break the press from Caden Battles. Remember, the fourth quarter was just as stressful as overtime. Right. And then they come back and hit a 3 right after that. It's just one of those games you're going to remember for a long time if you watched it. And if you're Sewickley Academy, you're going to talk a lot about this loss, but I think you're going to grow a lot from it, just like when they lost that state final last year.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit of the youthfulness, too, of learning to be in these situations. And now you have this in the back of your mind of what you're capable of, what you need to do, what you shouldn't do down the stretch of these close games because you're guaranteed to be in them down the stretch. Damon, it was a lot of fun for all of us here at JRM Video Productions. Jake Mislivchik, Corey Berger, and the whole crew. For Damon McDermott, I'm Matt Fargo saying thanks so much for watching this presentation of Sewickley Academy Basketball. Talk to you in the postseason next Monday night, right back here on JRM Sports. Good night, everybody.